Seconding.
I didn't formally imply, so I cannot just check it.
Ik heb zijn nummer niet gehad. Ja.
Wat mooi is voor de zijn microfoon niet werkt. So just check my emails if you're
Eyes are sleeping.
So that is start. So the next presentation is from Tiền. It's about the diversity of nematodes, not from an exotic country, but just from Belgium, from our botanical garden. Tiền, you have the floor.
Good morning, Professor. Good morning, everyone. I'm going to present my thesis, diversity, characterization, and description of plant parasitic nematodes from some extinct plants in Belgium. As we all know, that Belgium has a long traditional nematological history with a huge number of known plant parasitic nematode species. However, the data according to Bird et al. 2003 and Steele et al. 2014, the data were mainly from plastic biotopes with the strong dominance of agriculture and horticulture ecosystem. Therefore, it's necessary to investigate the diversity of nematodes from more diverse ecosystems. And why did I choose Botanical Garden of Penn University to conduct my research? Because this botanical garden can be considered as one of neglected biotopes with a collection of numerous plants from a lot of different regions over the world. Furthermore, this botanical garden is close to the nematology research unit. Therefore, it's easy to obtain both molecular and morphological data at the same time, and this will help to resolve the controversial taxonomical problem in identification of plant parasitic nematodes. And what I have done in my thesis, I presented 3 chapters with the description of 4 species from 3 different genera. However, due to the time limitation, I would like here to present the most important information briefly. For materials and methods, but after the sampling, I will extract nematodes by using the modified Bell-Malpano trait. Then the school and female from Menoidogamy, I extracted them directly under the microscope by using a scalpel and a forceps. For morphological characterization, first I will fix my nematodes in the transfixative solution. Then later on, I transfer to the main syringe and make the permanent slide. Then the light microscope picture was taken from the permanent slide. For the same picture here, I can prepare them for both the nematodes in fixative solution or the nematodes from permanent slide. And from the same picture, the light microscope picture and the pencil drawing, I redraw them to make the nicer drawings by using the Adobe Illustrator CF3 program. And for molecular characterization, the first step, I have to back up all the morphological features for all the nematodes. After that, the target sequences can be amplified by PCR. The result can be checked quickly by zero electrophoresis. Then the result can be sent to macrogram to get the backward and forward sequences. Then later on, the backward and forward sequences were assembled by the genus 11. Then the consensus sequence I used using the Mega 7 software. Later on, the poorly aligned regions were removed by Z-blocks. In the final step, I used the meter bias add-in Engineers 11 to construct the final genetic trees. And with the idea how to apply biostatistics in identification of nematodes, I was successful to use the cluster analysis in primer seed to support for the identification of plant parasitic nematodes. So how did it work? So from the tabular key, I calculated the resemble matrix based on the Thesis method, and the clustering tree was built based on this resemble matrix. As you can see from here, this tree shows that all the species can be separated into small groups. All the species within one group can share the highest similarity compared to the species from other group. And for the result, in the first chapter, I described the new species of Bradinicus. The most important features for this species are the MFAC structure belong to group 2 according to Colbert and Clark 1983. And the labial region of this species is low, continuous to the body, and with 2 alveoli. For the lateral view of the female, lateral view with 4 lines at the vulva region, sometimes with broken lines. However, the lateral view in the male is adriated partially, as you can see from here. The female of this species has a functional spermatheca with sperm inside. And mostly, the tail of this species, of the female of this species, is suffering wrinkled with smooth tip. And for cluster analysis, my species were grouped together with 3 other species. They share more than 90% of similarity, as you can see from the red line here. And for the molecular analysis, based on the 2 sequences, my species is more similar to Parathenicus early. They can be differentiated from each other by 27 to 30 nucleotides. For the ideal sequences, my species can be differentiated from the close species Parathenicus diabolicus and Parathenicus pseudocopy by 14 to 17 nucleotides. And for COI sequences, my species is most similar to Parathenicus terrari. However, the similar is the 78%, and they can be differentiated from this species by 85 nucleotides. And you can see here, this is the table for the comparison of my species to most closely related species. The red color here indicates the difference of the feature compared to my species. And you can see here, my species can be differentiated from all other closely related species by at least 4 out of 12 features here. And aside from 11 features, according to the tabular key of Castillo and Bovas 2007, I would like to add the feature L here. That is the NFAS group according to Colbert and Clark 1983. And according to Subroutine 2008, the lead pattern is one of the most important morphological features in identification of Parathenicus species. So I would like to add this feature into all as a description of Parathenicus species. And for the third chapter, I describe the new species, Parathenicus. And the most important feature for this species are the leaf region set off on the red body with 3 to 4 alveoli. This species has a non-functional spermatheca without sperm inside. And very interestingly, this species has the rhomboid widening at the lateral view at the vulva region. If you can find one Parathenicus species with these features, you can immediately think about my new species, because when I compare my species with all other species of Parathenicus, I found that this feature seems to be unique. Another feature for this species is the relatively large fastness. The most important and the unique feature used to identify Parathenicus and Scutenorama is the scutellum. And according to Germany, 1958, we saw that the average of the diameter for scutellum in Scutellonema range from 3.5 to 9, and the average of the diameter for plasmid opening in my species is at 1.7. It's relatively large. However, we don't have the measurement from our other Proteinaceous species to compare with. For the cluster analysis, my species also looked together with 3 other species, and they say more than 85% of similarity. For the molecular characterization, my species, based on the B2, B3 sequences, my species can be differentiated from all other sister species by 14 to 26 nucleotides. They are 95 to 97% similar to each other. And for ITS sequences, my species can be differentiated from all sister species by 31 to 41 nucleotides, and they are 86 to 90% similar to each other. For COI sequences, my species can be differentiated from the close species by 37 to 58 nucleotides. And the same for Proteinaceous species. My Rhodionicus species can be differentiated from all other closely related species by only 4 out of 11 features according to Castillo and Bovas 2005. And in the same chapter, I also described the species of Rhodionicus busophilus. These species have been found on many plants over the world. However, this is the first time I report this species on JAM with a combination of morphological and molecular data. And in the second chapter, I describe the survival of tropical rhinonematode Minodogani incognita. And the most important feature for this species is a perennial pattern with high, square dorsal-edge and wavy share, and in this instance, naturalized. And the network haplotype here shows that the sequences of gene from my species were grouped together with our other Minodogani incognita species and clearly separated from our other close species. And for the host plant of this species, I thought this is the first report of nematode on the red ginger. Even the ginger family have many reports of nematodes, but this is the first time I report this species on red ginger. And another interesting information for this species is that during winter time, this plant, the arrow part of them were cut down, and the chocolate were used to cover the growing area. So this may create a more favorable condition for this species. However, in 2018, Robinet et al. Provide a map so that the suitable for Minodogani incognita is as restricted at the southern part of the road. As you can see from the orange area. However, the growth potential area for this species can be everywhere in Europe, so it's possible to find Minodogani incognita elsewhere in Belgium. And in the final conclusion, my thesis provides the description for 2 new species of Rhodionicus and Rhodionicus. And my thesis also confirms the presence of Minodogani incognita and Rhodionicus busophilus. And also, my thesis also provided the issue DNA barcodes for some plant-parasitic nematodes to identify them in the future. And thank you for the attention.
We will start with the first member of the jury, which is also the promoter, Professor Lecane.
First of all, congratulations. I enjoyed your presentation, it was very nice. And also, congratulations with your thesis. And you did a lot of work, and we see the results. Possible 3 publications, so that means that we don't have so many questions. But anyway, my first question would be about the cluster analysis.
Yeah.
You're right, the cluster analysis is, you consider it more reliable, faster than polytonic scheme, because you do not have the need to select a primary character. Is this now specifically because for Pratylenchus, or would you generalize it for other?
Yeah, I think because long time ago I think about like identify person with the support of biostatistic, and I think like if we can rank all the measurement or all the feature in like the way Castillo and Bovas ranked like 11 feature, and we know that which feature is important to identify, so we can use to like to make the tabular keys the same, and we can use that to calculate or to analyze.
Do they really rank them in
Yeah,
as important? Yeah. So what is the most important feature then, or the two most important feature calculations?
Because I think the most important feature in his tabular is the first feature should be the number of
Okay. So then you say that your results from your tabular key helps you with your polytomous key. Can you explain that? This is how you wrote it down. It facilitates
the use of tabular.
yeah.
Yeah.
Your tabular key facilitates results, facilitates the use of the polytomous key.
My first analysis basically did the use of tabular key because
Tabular key, yeah.
Yeah.
Not of the polytomous key.
of tabular key.
In what way? I don't understand why. For me, the tabular key is like the same as my polytomous key. No?
Yeah, but that one is the same, but polytomous key is carried out like present in the word, like key by key, but the tabular key is the one table, like provide all the feature.
That's the same for you know the cost of the trichodoid. Trichodoids, it's also one table.
Yeah, but they are not the same if you present them and in one table. But with the huge data of tabular key, for example, this species like 100, more than 100 species, you see like the tabular key will like very long, and 11 feature multiplied with 100 species, this can be like 100 like 1,000 features to compare with. So you don't know which species is the most like close species to your species. If you compare like one by one, it will take like many times to do it. So this the analysis you can just put in the tabular key, put in the data, and you put analysis, and this shows you which species is most closely to your species. Then you can do the comparison. Of course, if like it's the same if you do the manual comparison. The 100% match of the species with other species always show the same result in the cluster analysis.
So the relationship that you find with your cluster analysis, how is it compared with your phylogenetic tool?
Actually, I didn't find that they are related to each other because, the morphological is about phenotype, and the phylogenetic is about like genetically, so I don't find that they are close related to each other by that way. Or if we want, we can plot the feature directly on the key, then we will see which feature is like close related to the phylogenetic tree, but for all other, like if you combine all features to compare with the tree, you will never get the same result. Only some feature of the, like if you plot the feature, you can see which feature like corrected, correlated directly.
Yes,
When you took your samples in the botanical garden, would you recommend that you continue with subjects' PhD thesis to sample in the botanical garden?
Actually, in the botanical garden, I didn't take a lot of sample, and this botanical garden, like you can see, like numerous plants from different regions over the world. So here I just I took like more than 10 plant species. So if I would do my PhD with the botanical garden, I would collect the sample from all other plants or as much as possible.
So it still works to take samples in our botanical garden?
Actually, it's a good choice because still many species can be found there, but otherwise you can research for other things like, for example, the survival of my species can be there without the cover of the crooked roots, or like other species like where is their origin and other things.
Because you say that you think that Belgium was introduced with other plants.
Yeah.
Or what you are thinking?
Yeah, I think so, but that is one hypothesis for me. But actually, I think that the mineralogy can be found elsewhere in Belgium, so I don't think that maybe they form other plant, or they were there long time before. Yeah.
Do you have any idea how they obtained the plants?
Oh.
How the plants were introduced in the ground? How did they receive the plants?
Maybe long time before, like they allowed to bring the plant with the soil and the
So
small.
it's a risk from the past.
This is one risk, but I think nowadays they just bring the seed from other place to plant here. I don't know. I have no idea about like how did they bring the plant to here, but that is two way like long time before, because several years before maybe they allowed to bring the plant with the soil. It's possible, but nowadays I think the quarantine is more restricted. So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, also congratulations from my side. I think in the future we'll always use your thesis as an example for students which have maybe problems with sampling, and we'll show them, look, that guy just took samples in a botanical garden and he has a very nice publication, very nice publication and a very nice thesis. So also my questions, I'm completely convinced that the cluster analysis is a very nice method to identify nematodes. But for other people, it will be maybe difficult to use because your data are like hidden. Do you think about something to make it more easy for other people to identify Platylenchus species or Rhodolenchus species using cluster analysis? Because most people don't have like a program of primer or whatsoever. They don't have the primer, the data primer. So how can you make it more convenient for other people to use your cluster analysis?
If I could choose, like I can make the web-based like software. You can input your data like the rank feature of your species, the data, the matrix codes for the species into the web-based, and it can return the result as the analysis I have done. However, it's easy for other people. Like nowadays, we have a lot of like statistics software. And the tabular key for Castillo and Bovas is like available for everyone to use, so they can use that data and collect all the other data to use as a software, try to as a software. But it's like if you take time to for them to do so. So I just like to recommend, like if I can develop a website, in that I can put like the small program, and they can just upload the feature for the species and it will return the result.
Yeah, I completely agree. As long as you don't develop something web-based, which is very easy, people just have to fill in the characters, nobody will use it. Only if it's very simple web-based that people will use it. About your Platylenchus species, so it's, do you think it's like more a temperate species, which is attacking a tropical plant, or it's a tropical species like your incognita? Maybe of course you don't know, but how would you be able to know the answer about this?
Actually, I tried to collect the sample from the botanical garden from September to April. It's like before the winter, during the winter, and after the winter. And during the winter, there was some days like the temperature went down to lower 0 degree. So I still collect my Raphinicus and Minoidogae. They're still there. So I think they adapted with the weather condition here. And I think they maybe have the origin from here, or or whatsoever.
So do you think originally a padling is also a tropical species which adapted to our environment, and not the opposite, that maybe it's a local species which was never being found, and then maybe attacked a tropical plant, which is also possible?
It's possible.
So also regarding that, so I was very impressed that you found incognito in our botanical garden, but according to Professor Carson, it's nothing special. What's your final opinion about this?
Actually, you think that because like the publication of Lissoya 2014 is that this species like the distribution restricted at the warmer part of like the warmer region, but for me, like even during the winter time, this growing area covered by chocolate bush. However, I think this outside is not something inside the glass house or the glass house with the heating system. The soil is still there and the temperature still went up. And I think this nematode totally adapted with the weather condition. Even without the chocolate bush, I think they can still alive.
Maybe it would be interesting to ask people of the botanical garden for this year. Don't cover it, but put it on the super field.
Or some part you can remove and half you can cover.
I think that is and my final question, so a hypothetical question. How many new species do you think you can find in the botanical garden? Of course, you don't go not now, it's like 10, it's like 100, it's like 1,000. What's a wild guess? How many unknown plant parasitic species are available present in the botanical garden?
This one I cannot predict like precisely, but I guess more than 10 species.
Thank you. Then we will